دل میں قرآن سمایا تو علی یاد آیا عرفان دکھایا تو علی یاد آیا آدم و نوح ہو پیغمبر ہو یا حضرت عیسیٰ یونس و خضر ہو الیاس کے حضرت موسیٰ وقت ان پر کوئی آیا تو علی یاد آیا عرفان جو پایا تو علی یاد آیا تھے بہادر تو سبھی لڑنا نہیں جانتے تھے بہادر تو سبھی لڑنا نہیں جانتے تھے شیر جزداں کو بہادر نہیں مانتے تھے ان کو مرحب نے ڈرایا تو علی یاد آیا عرفان جو پایا تو علی یاد آیا جسم کے ایک سے دو ٹکڑے برابر دیکھے خون کی برسات ہوئی اور اڑتے ہوئے سر دیکھے رن میں عباس جو آیا تو علی یاد آیا عرفان جو پایا تو علی یاد آیا اور اپنے گھر سے میں چلا کر کے ارادہ حج کا تھی یہ نیت کہ کروں گا میں طواف کعبہ کعبہ جب سامنے آیا تو علی یاد آیا عرفان جو پایا تو علی یاد آیا عرفان جو پایا تو علی یاد آیا دل میں قرآن سمایا تو علی یاد آیا
بے کسوں کے مددگار تیرا در چھوڑ کر جائیں آخر کہاں غیر کا در جبھی تو بے کسوں کے مددگار آئے کعبے میں جس دم علی کے قدم منہ کے بل گر پڑے بت یہ کہتے ہوئے آئے کعبے میں جس دم علی کے قدم منہ کے بل گر پڑے بت یہ کہتے ہوئے آئیے آئیے جانشین نبی یہ تمہارا ہی گھر ہے بے کسوں کے مددگار مولا اتنے دن ہو نہ پایا جو خیبر فتح، تو خدا کے نبی نے یہ آخر کہا، اتنے دن ہو نہ پایا جو خیبر فتح، تو خدا کے نبی نے یہ آخر کہا، بھیجا میرے بھائی علی، بن تیرے اب یہاں کو چارہ، بے کسوں کے مددگار مولا علی، جس تیرے کوئی اپنا وہ تو کم وقت ہے جو تجھے چھوڑ دے، ورنہ مولا علی تیری تعظیم کو، وہ تو کم وقت ہے جو تجھے چھوڑ دے، ورنہ مولا علی تیری تعظیم کو، جو پلٹ کر نہ آئے وہ سورج نہیں، جو نہ چوکھٹ کو چومے تارا، بے کسوں کے مددگار مولا علی، جس تیرے کوئی اپنا سہارا۔
علی جناب بھی ہیں، بازوئے آ جناب بھی ہیں، علی جناب بھی ہیں، بازوئے آ جناب بھی ہیں، خدا کا شیر بھی ہے، صف شکن کتاب بھی ہے، بتوں کو توڑنے والا علی بوقت نماز، جو جنگ میں ہو تو پھر بت شکن کتاب بھی ہے، علی جناب بھی ہے۔ علی کا عشق مکمل اگر ملا ہی نہیں، علی کا عشق مکمل اگر ملا ہی نہیں، تو زندگانی کا حاصل بھی کچھ ملا ہی نہیں، علی کا عشق مکمل، قسم خدا کی نہیں خلد کے لیے یہ ولا علی کی نہیں ہے، ولا علی کی نہیں ہے،
پھر بلا ہی نہیں علی کا عشق مکمل علی کے بعد سے چلتے ہیں صرف لوگ وہی کہ جن کا شجرہ نہیں با کہ جن کا شجرہ نہیں با کا پتہ ہی نہیں علی کا عشق مکمل علی کو چھوڑ کے جائیں بھی تو کہاں جائیں سوائے اس کے کوئی اور سوائے اس کے کوئی اور راستہ ہی نہیں علی کا علی کے در سے جو مانگو وہی ملے گا بطور نہیں ملا تو سمجھنا نہیں ملا تو سمجھنا دعا دعا ہی نہیں علی کا عشق مکمل اگر ملا ہی نہیں
Celebrations to the household of Prophet and Imam of Muhammad and Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad God anniversary of this. Inshallah, Majlis will be started Shall my program? We start 7 o'clock. So, 7 o'clock we start with Jamaat Salat and usual masala coming Friday will be 5 just like days not here 6 o'clock. ayah I recited like their other believers, their brothers in Imam, their group of believers, when you are guided other point, one point is just فيؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. They themselves are in a difficulty. They need money themselves, but they give it to others because they think more than they do. ومن يوق شح نفسه, and the person who saves from his own stinginess, all those who are being successful. I read from a great teacher in Aula, whom this ayah is about and one was just revealed. But why the book is pleasing because Imam Hasan, the biggest seminary, not only Jewish students, not only used to do tafsir, yet but still that tafsir has each class is reported to be said by Imam and other sciences. But Imam used to emphasize on akhlaq and mention in his akhlaq lessons, in ahadith, two great personalities. Number one, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Number two, Ali alayhi salam. So Imam one day, speaking about, I just want to connect with what we discussed last week. But if you have in your mind, I chose a beautiful hadith from Imam to connect with that discussion. And inshallah, in the upcoming weeks, we will continue the same discussion. But here, Imam mentions about abandoning sins and puts Imam Ali alayhi salam as a role model and mentions a lot. Imam puts a beautiful hadith among major sins and relates this to Rasulullah, that Rasulullah has said that among major sins, starting al-ishraku akbarul kaba'ir is the word used. I did not give you this term in last discussion, but just put in mind. I said to you the sins are of two types, major and minor. But sometimes there's another type said akbarul kaba'ir, greatest of the great sins. And that is shirk. Rasulullah says al-ishraku billah. To associate someone with Allah Jalla Shanu is the greatest. As the Quran says, inna shirka la dhulmun azim, is the greatest dhulm to Allah, that astaghfirullah, you call a man-made small idol or big idol God. That is the greatest dhulm to Allah. Look, Allah created something magnificent like yourself, like this expansive creation of Allah, this universe, the throne, the kursi of Allah. And that magnificent God, you are, astaghfirullah, putting it equal to some idol, some God-made, some man-made deity. This is the dhulm azim. I mean, if you say this phone equals Maulana, I'm an insan. Alone my brain has so many amazements and so you got the idea. Ashirku akbarul kabair. And Imam goes and speaks about this shirk, this hadith, and explains. I just speak about this first one. Rasulullah gave us the major sins. We will speak, as I said, where we have to learn what are the major sins, so we may always avoid them. And with the help of Allah, never enter in the valley of major sins. Imam says, al-ishraku fi nasi akhfa min dabib namli ala al-mashi al-aswadi fi al-laylat al-mudlima. Think of a large black stone. And then Imam says, think of a dark night. Al-Ishraq, this shirk is so dangerous, it enters or penetrates our hearts. Imam says, even more secretively than an ant can walk slowly and quietly on a large black stone during a dark night. Who can feel the walk of an ant? No one. I mean, there's no sound. Look how Imam is giving an analogy to make us understood. Never sit assured and relaxed that, oh, I'm mashallah secure. I have mashallah secured my aqidah of tawheed. No. Imam says, always be on alert. Never put your locks down. Imam continues. من الذنوب التي لا تغفر ليتني لا أؤاخذ إلا بها. Look how Imam will gradually take us to shirk. Imam went this way, where I chose the hadith this way. Imam says, there is sin which is unforgivable. Is such a sin that the doer of the sin says that would that I was not reckoned other than this sin. Yani, he undermines that sin thinking it's a minor sin. Kash mera is गुनाह के अलावा और कोई गुनाह ना होता. You never say that, Imam says. Because we all know, Imam explains a great explanation. Imam says, no sin is a minor sin if the doer of the sin thinks it's a minor sin. How is that? Allah says that if you avoid major sins, I will let you go your minor sins. But Imam says, if you think the sin you have committed is not a major sin, it's not a big sin, I've done something really, small. It's okay to do it. To think about a minor sin, that it is okay to commit that sin, is a major sin. Have I said it? I know it's a little complex hadith, but see, sometimes na'udhu billah, I commit a sin. This is a sin. It's a minor sin. And if I do istighfar, I say, oh Allah, I wronged it. It's my fault. Oh Allah, forgive me. Allah is all forgiving. Maybe Allah will forgive me. But the same sin, I say, well, this is nothing. People are doing so heinous crimes. What happens if I have done so? This mindset is what is a major sin. To think this way of the sin. Why? Because sin is basically going on war with Allah Jalla Shanu. Sin is basically denying the authority of Allah Jalla Shanu. Sin is basically, well, I know you are Hadir, I know you are Nadir, but I'm going to do this. It's a complicated discussion, but please allow me to explain this because it has to do with our daily life. I'm fresh, energetic. I woke up, mashallah, to the best of my potential in start of my day. Taro taza kavi. I never planned to do anything wrong. I speak up of myself. Many times I deinstall my ad blocker plus on Google Chrome. Still some of the ads, especially on Collins Dictionary, they show up. I tell you my secrets. Ad on a side, you know those ads, some of them they are not appropriate. It doesn't matter how many times I report, block this ad, they ask me why it's inappropriate. Oh, still it appears next day on my page. I didn't mean to look at that picture. There are different types of pictures. You don't want to see, you don't want to look at them, right? I didn't want to see it, but I happened to see it. Astaghfirullah Rabbi wa atubu ilayh. On one side I have Quran Kareem in front of me. Yes, it is a musibah. And the other side I see this. I do many research on computer. All of my notes, 12 pages. They're all on computer typed. I used to write it down with hands. I still write down, but my point. Every day we face this. I did not intend to. But a small mistake I made, I turned away my side, my gaze, I lowered it down, I turned off that edge, whatever, add, astaghfirullah rabbi wa atubu ilayh. Ya Allah, I didn't intend to. This is one scenario. Scenario two. Oh, okay. After a minute I said, well, this is not what I want to do. have I done? Inside my heart, I'm speaking to myself, well, I haven't done anything serious. This is no major sin. It's okay. Allah is going to let me go with this. To think this about this minor sin, that Allah will let me go of this sin, this is a major sin. This is what I meant. And this is what Imam means. Beautiful, heart-touching story. I heard it in Hausa. I still remember it like I heard it today. One of our great teachers of Akhlaq, he related this one day. It's in Usul Kafi. Many other books reported it. Rasulullah was coming back from a ghazwa, more likely it was Tabuk. And they had to cross a desert where there were no trees. We know that in deserts, no wood is found, right? Rasulullah commands all the companions, everyone goes and fetch a wood, dried wood for fire. He said, Ya Rasulullah, you are Arab, we are Arabs. This is a desert. There's no wood found in desert. Rasulullah said, just a command, go get me anything you can find. They went, and because of the storms and strong winds, sometimes there are some small bushes, straws, right? They grow, they dry out, and they just fly here and there. Companions, they brought many straws, maybe some like small stalks of small plants. They brought some. They put, and it was a kind of hump. Ek dher lag gaya, small bushes in front of Rasulullah. Rasulullah says, light it up. They ignited it. And now the all-wise prophet said, look how he used to practically teach his companions. This is how these great lessons have reached us. Otherwise, honestly, I normally don't swear. Khuda ki qasam, 2 months ago, what I recited to you, I don't remember. But companions, they used to remember these beautiful ahadith. Why? Because Rasulullah used to put a human face, a practical face on these ahadith. He said, look, these small bushes, these straws, they are like your minor sins. Don't be always cautious about major sins. Be more cautious about your minor sins, because when they combine like this hump, they become the most dangerous, because a major piece of wood, it won't catch fire right away. But smaller ones, they catch fire right away and cause you burn your iman. So then Rasulullah makes a beautiful statement. La tuhaqqaru iyyakum wal muhaqqarati min adh-dhunub. Never undermine the minor sins, thinking it's a minor sin. This is the beauty. Have a salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And now for this beautiful explanation of this ayah. Ustad Rafi'i said, he reported that one day, an elderly person who was extremely hungry, he entered Masjidun Nabi. He came straight to Rasulullah, sat next to him. Rasulullah realized this man is in trouble. And then he learns that he's very hungry. Rasulullah looks towards the companions. He first sends his slave, go and find out in my house with my wives if somebody has some food to give to this elderly man. He came back quietly, Ya Rasulullah, there's nothing at your cells even, except water. There's no food. Yes, this is truth. Don't be amazed. Rasulullah also has to be tested by Allah. Sometimes he used to sleep hungry for 3 days, be known, when he was single. This is among Siratul Nabi. He used to put a stone on his stomach so he does not feel the hunger. In Islam, in beginning, they had hard days, especially in Sha'bi Abi Talib. Do not be amazed that, so he could command the earth to be like food. Yes, he could, but he never did. Make sense? He looks towards companions. Who can take this elderly man as a guest? Everybody puts their head down except one man. Amir al-Mu'mineen speaks up out aloud. He says, Ya Rasulullah, I will take him as a guest. But there's a difference. It's not that Amir al-Mu'mineen is above Rasulullah. No, Rasulullah sent the slave that in which cell of mine, near which wife do I have food? So I send him there. Imam Ali didn't ask Janab Siddiqa Kubra. He said, I will take without asking. He took the elderly man, comes inside, takes him to the guest's room, and comes to Janab Siddiqa. Ya Sayyida, what do we have at home? She says, our own food for our kids and for ourselves. She says, well, can you make them sleep today without food? She makes kids sleep without food and brings food, sends food to the room of the guest. Now Imam Ali realizes this man is, and we know that Arabs, even today, there are some people, they can eat 4 or 5 rotis, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Imam realizes he needs this food more than I do. So what Imam does is, so this man is not embarrassed and he does not stop eating while he is still hungry. Imam puts out the light. In early days, they used to have the kerosene light lamps, right? Oh, charag hota tha jo. Imam puts out the light. So this man can eat all of the food, and Imam does something extra. Imam just keeps on chewing for nothing to give this elderly person impression that I'm also eating with you. So you don't stop. This is how the elderly person eats all of the food which was to be eaten by Ahle Bayt other than Rasulullah, all of them in the house of Imam Ali. This man, when he's finished, he's satiated, says Alhamdulillah after eating. Imam prepares his bed, and he lies down, both sleep. Imam sleeps without food, of course. Early in the morning, Imam wakes him up. By the way, Imam is already up for his Salatul Layl. Let's go to Masjid for Salah. They come to Masjid. Ya Ali, here starts the real side of the story. The God's messenger is standing right in front of the door of Masjid waiting for Imam Ali. As soon as he sees Imam, Rasulullah grabs Imam Ali and hugs while his eyes are filled with tears. He kisses the holy neck of Imam and says, Ya Ali, MashaAllah. This is not in the hadith, MashaAllah. Amazing. You have amazed the surrounding angels of Arsh Ilahi with your action you did last night. And Allah has revealed this ayah on me. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَسَاسَةٌ. And they prioritize other brethren in Iman over their own nufus, while they themselves are in a desperate need of that thing, they give it to the other person. Ya Ali, you have done so. Have a salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. To show some more love for Imam Ali, have a louder salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam Askari alayhi salam, when reporting, he continues. Imam continues. Look, this is how A'imma alayhimu salam, they taught us these great lessons of humanity. I will drive some results, but let me report you the hadith. Imam says the same Imam Ali, one day a father and a son, 2 guests, they came to visit him. Imam got up. Amirul Mu'mineen, he got up, received them, said welcome to them, made them sit on their place, and Imam jalasa baina aydihim. Imam sat in front of them out of respect. Shouldn't be, oh, okay, have a seat there. I'll be with you. Astaghfirullah. That is not giving appropriate respect to a faithful brother. Brother in Iman. You have to give your best. He is your guest right now. And as among 3 criterions Rasulullah has given us, if you want to know about a person how good he is, test him at 3 places. One of them is be his guest. And look how he treats you or she treats you among ladies. This how Imam treated him, showed extra respect. No, Ya Ali, please pay attention. When they're done eating, Kambar, Radwanullahi alayhi, Imam's slave, he brings, the water container to wash elderly. They didn't have these, mashallah, amazing and magnificent sinks. He brings a wooden sink, water container, and a towel so they can wash their hands. Imam Ali fawathaba, hadith says. Imam immediately got up. Wathaba exactly means he jumped. Give it to me, Kambar. He grabbed it from Hazrat Kambar and he tried to pour water on the hands of host himself. The host, have a salawat please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. The host did something. فَيَتَمَرَّغُ الرَّجُلُ فِي التُّرَابِ. The man dropped himself on the ground, on the dirt. It was not a carpet there, but the house of Imam Ali alayhi salam, a simple house. Kachi zameen wala. The clay floor. You heard it. تَمَرَّغَ الرَّجُلُ فِي التُّرَابِ وَقَالَ وَاللَّهِ يَرَانِي وَأَنْتَ تَصُبُّ عَلَى يَدِي. Ya Ali, you know Allah is watching me and you want me to allow you to pour water on my hands? No, I cannot allow that. You are Amir al-Mu'mineen. How can I take this service from you? Imam says, I give you qasam. Sit on your place and allow me to serve you as a host is supposed to serve the best to their guests. And then Imam speaks something strange. Imam says, listen, أَقْسَمْتُ عَلَيْكَ بِعَظِيمِ حَقِّي. I give you qasam of the greatest haqq of mine over you. Imam is teaching us a precious lesson. Though I have a greatest right over mu'mineen, but still right now this mu'min is my guest. And I am the host. Why am I so enthusiastic and exuberant? Would that we had learned these practical morals from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. We many times are so excited and happy by listening, oh, Imam took out the Dhul Fiqar and cut the enemies of God into two. That is on its own place. That is the shaja'ah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. But this takes maybe thousands and thousands times more shaja'ah to do something like this. To not notice your rank, not notice your position near Allah, and be so humble. Imam mentions there. Be so humble to your brethren in Iman that they never feel any distinction between you and themselves. As Imam Ali is doing, had Muslim rulers just took this one attribute from Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. You tell me how much different world would this be where we live in today. I always remember it. Till I'm alive, I will never forget. I was on Hajj. I don't even know whose palace it was. In front of our hotel, there was a palace of some, Saudi prince. With due respect. Outside, there was a walkway. Palace wall behind me. I'm sitting on the walkway, facing on the road. I'm just sitting there speaking on the phone, calling family. A guard saw me inside on their cameras. He came to me. Haji, Ruh, go away from here. You cannot sit here. I said, Ya Allah, I'm just sitting here talking, brother. What did I do? He said, just leave. And you know how they speak. This is how they speak. Just leave. I just left. You know why? I asked somebody, why they told me to leave? What am I doing there? I mean, what wrong have I done? He said, well, listen, these guys, their palaces, they don't allow anyone even to sit outside of their palace on the walkway that half piece toward the street. This Imam, look what is he doing. What is he basically doing? He's teaching us how Rasulullah taught me the akhlaq-e-Islami. And being Amir al-Mu'mineen, with his loud voice, he is setting the bar for the upcoming rulers in Islam that this is how you are supposed to treat your brethren in Iman. He's Imam Ali, lower than Rasulullah. To Rasulullah, Allah commands, when mu'mineen come to visit you, waqfid, put your wings of mercy down for believers. This is Quran Kareem. Now Imam Askari takes to the end. Imam says, that listen, there's a beauty in this hadith, but let me just wrap it up. فَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ عَلِيًّا قَالَ الْحَسَنُ الْأَسْكَرِي. At the end of this hadith, Imam spoke to the hadirin, the attendees, me and you. Imam says, فَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ عَلِيًّا, whoever obeys in action, ittiba is in action, itaat is in words and actions. Whoever obeys Imam Ali in his action, ala dhalika, فَهُوَ شِيعِيٌّ حَقًّا. That person is truly and really a Shia. What does Imam mean? Isn't it that if you want to know, am I a true Shia or not? Look in your heart. How is my obedience towards Imam Ali alayhi salam? If the answer is, I strive to do exactly as my Mawla did in his life, whatever he did, to the best of my ability. Of course, once even a companion said, Ya Ali, your amal, who can do something like you? Imam said, I know no one can be like me other than Rasulullah, but you should try to be as much as closer to my actions. Don't just say, well, you are Ali, so how can I simply, I just leave it out. No. Try to produce as many or as much attributes like mine as you can. If you are my true Shia. What are the other lessons we get from here? Imam speaks there when he wants to wash the hands of the father. After washing his hands, Imam gives the water container to Hazrat Muhammad Hanafiya, who is sitting there. He says, you wash the hands of the son. And Imam mentions why. Imam says, Allah Jalla Shanu does not allow me to treat father and son both equally. Had this son came alone, I would wash his hands myself. But because to show respect to the father, I'm not washing the hands of the son. Ya Ali. This is the akhlaq-e alawi or murtadawi. This is what Rasulullah brought to us. How are we today? Let's say at home. Our mother's working so hard all day. I come from school. Yes, I had a long day at school. Yes, I had much homework to do. I had to make up much of my weekend missed homework. Yes. But are we working harder than Imam Ali? Look, they gave their food. They slept hungry. This was their usual try it. That's why Surah Dahr was revealed. It's not the only time Ahle Bayt al-Nabi they gave their food and Surah Dahr was revealed. No, this was their usual. We have many stories they gave their food. Now, I'll just take one lesson from this beautiful story. Especially to my respected youth, you already do this great. We are among best of the best communities. I tell you, I visit many places. All of them are good, but you have a distinction. You know what is your distinction from other communities? We have a family-like atmosphere here. Muhammad Bhai wants to put the chair there. Some youth comes, grabs chair from, no, Muhammad uncle, you have a seat. I'll do it. If you want to know what is the reward, this is the reward of this alone, this one action of yours. That you show respect to your elders. Don't let them put the prayer carpet there. Don't let them bring water, let's say. Don't do them anything when you are present. Take the precedence. Take the lead. Do it before they even think. And if we do this way, what certificate we get? فَهُوَ شِيعِيٌّ حَقًّا, Imam Askari says. Have a salawat, please. Allahumma. आले मोहम्मद व अज्जिल फरजहुम. चूँकि इमाम अली मकाम ने امام مرتضیٰ علیہ السلام کو ایک رول ماڈل کے طور پہ بیان کر کے تو درسہ اخلاقی دیے ہیں. ایک بہت خوبصورت حدیث ہے جو لاسٹ دن بھی آپ کو میں نے آیت دی تھی کہ جب میزان رکھا جائے گا وَوُضِعَ الْكِتَابُ، کتاب جو ہے the book will be set in، اگر یوتھ کو ذرا تھوڑا کنیکٹ کرنے کے لیے، کتاب رکھی جائے گی، میزان برقرار کیا جائے گا، تو مجرمین جو ہیں وہ ڈرتے ہوئے کپ کپاتے ہوئے آئیں گے، کانپتے ہوئے خوف سے ان کاموں کی وجہ سے جو انہوں نے کیا ہوگا. اس دن کے لیے توجہ فرمائیے، میں نے آپ کو حدیث دی تھی حب علی ابن ابی طالب یأکل الذنوب کما تأکل النار الحطب، کہ حب علی گناہوں کو ایسے کھا جاتی ہے کہ جیسے آگ لکڑی کو کھا جاتی ہے. ایک دن حضرت ابوذر بیٹھے تھے اور اصحاب کے حالے میں بیٹھ کر حدیث بیان کر رہے تھے. اتنے میں اس اثناء میں ادھر سے مولا علی تشریف لے آئے. حدیث کہتی ہے کہ جناب ابوذر نے رما ہو بالنظر ہی، انہوں نے ایسے ایک نگاہ ڈالی مولا پہ اور فرمایا تم پر لازم ہے کہ تم اس انسان کی اتباع کرو، اس کا دامن کبھی تمہارے ہاتھ سے نہ چھوٹے. سمعت نبیکم یقول له، تمہارے نبی کو میں نے اس کے لیے کہتے ہوئے سنا، محبتہ تساقط الذنوب عن محبیہ کما یساقط الریح العاصف الحشیم من الورق، اس کی محبت اس سے محبت رکھنے والوں پر سے گناہوں کو ایسے جھاڑ دیتی ہے حب علی کہ جیسے تیز آندھی زرد پتوں کو درختوں سے جھاڑ دیتی ہے. حضرت ابوذر کی تمثیل دیکھ رہے ہیں کہ جیسے آندھی میں جو پتا آگے ہی سبز اور سبز سے ہو کے زرد ہو چکا ہے، یعنی گرنے والا، بس ابھی ہم فال سیزن میں پہنچ رہے ہیں، خزاں میں پتے گریں گے، ایسے ہی ہے نا. لیکن اگر تیز آندھی ہو تو دیکھیں سارے پتے فوراً گر جاتے ہیں. تو ان کا مطلب یہ ہے کہ ہمارے مولا کی محبت اتنی طاقتور ہے کہ ان کے محبت کرنے والوں سے گناہوں کو ایسے جھاڑ دیتی ہے کہ جیسے آندھی وہ کمزور سے پتے جو آگے ہی گرنے کے بالکل ورج پر ہیں ان کو جھاڑ دیتی ہے. صلوات پڑھیے، اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجہم. اور جس وجہ سے میں نے وہ وضع میزان کی آپ کو آیت پڑھی، اب حدیث دوسری ملاحظہ فرمائیے، الا ومن احب علیا اعطاہ اللہ کتابہ بیمینہ، آگاہ ہو جاؤ، جان لو کہ جو علی مرتضیٰ سے محبت کرے گا اللہ اس کو اس کا نامہ عمل اس کے دائیں ہاتھ میں دے گا. بس یہی نہیں، وَيُحَاسِبُهُ وَحَاسَبَهُ حِسَابَ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ، اور اس کا حساب کتاب ایسے ہوگا ادب و احترام اور محبت سے کہ جیسے انبیاء کرام سے اللہ حساب لے گا. یا علی، کیا بس اتنا ہی نہیں، لا یخرج من الدنیا حتی یشرب من الکوثر، اس دنیا سے خارج نہیں ہوگا، یعنی مرنے کے بعد اگلے جہان تک نہیں جائے گا مگر یہ کہ پہلے آب کوثر اسی جہان میں پی کے مرے گا. یہ حدیث آپ نے کبھی سنی ہے؟ اس کا معنی غور کیجئے کہ جب اس کو موت آئے گی اس دنیا سے نہیں جائے گا مگر یہ کہ پہلے یعنی کوثر پیے بنا اس دنیا سے نہیں جائے گا. بس یہی نہیں، وَيَأْكُلَ مِن طُوبَى، شجرہ طوبہ ہے نا جنت میں، اسی دنیا میں یہ مومن کی ڈسٹنکشن ہے اور حب علی کا فائدہ ہے کہ اسے اسی دنیا میں شجرہ طوبہ کا پھل کھانے کو دیا جاتا ہے. ہم تو یہ حدیث بیان اکثر کرتے ہیں نا کہ مولا علی ملاقات کے لیے آتے ہیں. جب انسان مرتا ہے مومن و کافر سب کو، اور کسی کو دیکھے نہ دیکھے، شاید رسول خدا کو نہ دیکھے، کفار نہیں دیکھیں گے، لیکن وہ مولا علی کو لازمی دیکھتا ہے. کبھی انشاءاللہ اس پہ بات کریں گے. لیکن آخری حصہ وَيَرَى مَكَانَهُ فِي الْجَنَّةِ، یہ حب علی کا فائدہ ہے کہ مومن اس دنیا میں ہی قبل از مرگ کچھ لمحے پہلے جنت میں اپنی جائیگاہ کو دیکھ لیتا ہے کہ جنت میں جانے کے بعد میں کہاں زندگی کروں گا، میں کہاں رہوں گا، میری رہائش کہاں ہوگی؟ لیکن حب علی کی شرط و شروط ہم نے پڑھی ہے نا ابھی. ہمیں وہ اخلاق مرتضیٰ علیہ السلام اپنے اندر پیدا کرنا پڑے گا. ہمیں وہ احساس ایثار، مثلا اگر اس حدیث کو لیں، ایثار اپنے اندر پیدا کرنا پڑے گا. اپنے مومن بھائی کی خواہش کو، اپنے مومن بھائی کی ضرورت کو. کیا ہم نے کبھی سوچا ہے یار میری اپنی مارگیج ڈیو ہے، میرے بھائی کی مارگیج؟ ٹیسٹ کر لیں. آج کل مارگیج دینا بہت ٹف ہے، رینٹ دینا ٹف ہے. لیکن رینٹ دینا ٹف ہے یا کچھ نہ ہو تو اپنی غذا بھوکے کو دینا ٹف ہے؟ آپ خود حساب لگا لیجئے. پروردگار عالم ہمیں حب علی علیہ السلام سے نوازا ہے، ہمیں علی مرتضیٰ کا عمل بھی کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. مالک ہمیں ہمارے بزرگوں اور بڑوں کا بہت زیادہ احترام کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. ہمارے بڑوں کو، بزرگوں کو، چھوٹوں پر شفقت اور رحمت و محبت سے پیش آنے میں کامیاب فرما. مالک ہمیں ہماری ماؤں کی گھر میں مدد کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. گھر میں باہر میں ہمارے والدین کا احترام کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. تجھے واسطہ امام عسکری علیہ السلام کا ہمیں تمام اخلاق اہل بیت علیہم السلام بالخصوص مولا علی کی پیروی کرنے میں کامیاب فرما. اللہم عجل لولیک الفرج وجعلنا من اعوانہ وانصارہ واصحابہ ما ذکر صلوات. اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجہم. Thank you so much.
صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا غريب الغرباء. السلام عليك يا معين الشيعة والزوار في يوم الجزاء. كن شفينا وشفي آبائنا في يوم الجزاء. السلام عليك يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن موسى الرضا الرافع بالقدر والقضاء ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب العصر والزمان. الأمان الأمان من فتنة الزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن ويا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان. عجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل الله مخرجك وظهورك، واجعلنا من خير عوانك وانصارك ومن المستشهدين بين يديك.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك حجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعوا فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
Muhammad. Let's recite 5 times Amma Yujib for the quick solution and fair and just solution of people of Palestine, and the solution of all the issues around the globe, and speedy recovery of Kul Marid, acceptance of our Imal, and hastening the reappearance of our Imam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ أَمَّن يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ أَمَّن يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. And let's complete with a surah Mubarakah Fatiha for marhumin and marhumat of kul mu'minin and mu'minat, especially these persons of tonight's tabarruk. Ma dhikre salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bismillah.